Oh my gosh, I just got Escanor. Is what I would say if we actually had Escanor in the game. A lot of us, including myself, were expecting Escanor to be in this update. Now, if you've played the game since the update, you will know that Escanor is in fact not in the game. Now, I know a lot of you are probably really upset about this, but this should really get you more hype about what's to come in this next update. Looking back at it, we're talking about the Lion's Sin of Pride here. Why in the world would Escanor be in the update with all of these other inferior units? Now, we know how strong Escanor really is. Now, we really thought we were just gonna get him just like that. How presumptuous of us to actually think something like that. Now, the reason why I think that the devs did not add Escanor to the game yet is because Escanor is gonna be really, really strong. And I think that with Escanor being added to the game, the meta is going to severely change. There could be a lot of new mechanics in this game, and this could take Anime Adventures to a different place, with Escanor being the test unit of what's to come in the future. Like we've already mentioned what Escanor's abilities could be in this update. Escanor's ability is one of duality. He is the weakest at midnight, but starting from dawn, his power level begins to rise steadily from 1 hour to the next until it peaks at noon. So could we be seeing some new environment mechanic in the game? What do you guys think Escanor's ability could possibly be? How do you think they can incorporate that into the game? Escanor's strongest move is Pride Flare, the one that detonates Cruel Sun. It's crazy strong, crazy strong. So like I said, maybe, okay, let me think of something really quick. Okay, so Cruel Sun is a big sun thrown down and pretty much obliterates anything in its path, especially things that are liquid. It just incinerates them. So that could possibly be an ability that has one use in the game, right? I guess that ability could have the highest burn damage in the game, and it will pretty much insta kill anything. But after that, it would be, I guess it could be similar to Ichigo, because Escanor starts getting weak after that hour. He gets weaker and weaker, right? So I don't think it should wipe him off the map, but I do think that, okay, imagine this. Imagine his damage is like, just for example, 100k. This is really low for him, I think, but it depends on the SP and everything like that. 100k wave 1, and then up until wave 10, he gets to, let's say, 200k, for example, wave 10. And then let's say he peaks at you're pretty much charging up your ability. You don't have your ability when you get it. It's going to be similar to Yamamoto's ability. You have to do kill things in order to get souls. So I think the ability has to be charged up, right, over time. Now, once this ability is used, it will be huge damage, huge amount of damage, huge. Now I think his damage should also be increasing, right? So his ability should have a lot of damage, huge damage. We're talking crazy damage. And then I think his power should be crazy good, right? But then after that, after a certain point, I don't know what point, but his damage starts to go down. It starts to get weaker and weaker. Now, like I said, this is a brand new mechanic in the game. This could be something crazy. It just depends on how the devs incorporate this into the game. But let me know your thoughts on this, because this will be really cool to see. We've seen this similar ability before with Eda, with an increasing power over time, but I don't think it's going to be the same thing. I think it's going to be taken to the next level, which Eda at the time was really good, but she was also very situational. Now, I think that the devs did learn from this, and they're gonna make something really crazy in this upcoming update. Now, when do I think this update is gonna be? So when we get an update, we usually get a halfway update or a part 2 or part 3 or whatever, which the updates pretty much are divided up into multiple releases. So I think that in the next update, we could possibly be seeing Escanor, maybe some sort of raid, and even a buff to the units we just got, the 7 Deadly Sins units. They're not as strong as we were hoping them to be. Obviously they're really good, but I think we want a little bit more. And I think with this second part of the update, we could potentially be getting those sacred treasure relics that I mentioned before in my previous video, because we do know that they are a little bit underwhelming. The current unit with the most damage in the game is gonna be Dio. Now, he's doing around 220,000 damage every, 5-6 seconds. You can correct me in the comments down below. I know it's somewhere around there, but he's doing the most damage. Now, he is the dream unit that you want to get. Now, I think this could be changing. So what I will recommend is save up your gems, try to get the best units that you can. I would say for people that don't really get that many mythicals in the banner, I would go for some of the Chainsaw Man units. You could possibly go for those. You want to just pretty much stack up on as many resources as you possibly can, because we don't know what's coming in this next update, but it's going to be huge. We know that Escanor is most likely going to arrive in this next update, so we want to prepare, because we don't know how crazy this update is going to be. You got to remember, Escanor is stupid strong. But let me know what your thoughts are going to be. We got no 10 commandments and we got no Escanor, so take my advice, farm as many resources as you can, save up on your gems, do your raids, and just stock up on everything possible. Try to get those legend stages done too, guys. And if you can't do them and they're too hard, do all of your dailies, because you still get the evolved materials, but it's just going to take a little bit of time. But save up those resources. Let me know what your thoughts are on this next update, what it could potentially be and when it could potentially be happening. I think this one's going to be a game changer for Enemy Adventures. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub, and I will catch you guys in this next one. Peace out.